session we can start with protein. And what are the food item proteins are present, what are the function of protein, and what is the deficiency disease caused due to the lack of protein. Okay, proteins are large chemical molecules and they are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. In addition to carbohydrate as well as fat, you have seen yesterday that you have seen here, additionally nitrogen is present, and nitrogen is the most abundant element present in this protein. Okay, and these proteins are made up of small units which is called as amino acids. So the units by which proteins are made is called as amino acids. So here you can see this amino acids main component is nitrogen. I already told you carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. In addition to that, what else is present? Yes, nitrogen is present, and these amino acids are the units by which these proteins are made. And you can see what is the function of these proteins. So first thing is that it provides growth. So proteins, it provides growth, then repair of worn out tissues. Growth, repair of worn out tissues. If any tissue is lost by any damage is happened to the tissue, there also you can see that protein help in the repairing of worn out tissue. And third important function of this protein is to give energy. So these are the three main functions of the protein. That is, first one is to provide growth, second one is to repair worn out tissues, and third one is to provide energy. So from the food items what we are eating, from those food items we are getting the protein which is composed of small units which is called as amino acids. Mainly it contain what? Nitrogen. So the main function of protein is growth, repair and providing energy. Now in what are the food items these are present, and you can see mainly in lean meat. What is meant by lean meat? Meat, you know. Lean meat, usually you can see that there is sliced meat, especially chicken without skin. Skin, you can say, to provide more fat. So removing the skin and using that, we can call it as what? Lean meat. Then fat free muscles, fish, egg, milk. In all these food items what is present? Yes, proteins are present. Usually you can see that deficiency of protein leads to the weakness. One who is not taking properly the protein, their body will show certain weakness. But again, seriously, protein is not in our body. Mainly two diseases we are getting, that is, one is called as kwashiorkor and another one is called as marasmus. And these usually occur in, or we can see in children. So first let us go through what is meant by kwashiorkor. This kwashiorkor affect usually the ages between 1 to or 0 to 5 group of age. So here you can see that the serious protein deficiency in children, usually young children, how the protein is getting? Yes, from the mother's milk. Mother's milk is rich in protein, and you can say that once the mother stops feeding the child, the young babies, when mother stops this breastfeeding, and the child, you can see that they will be given some other food in which this protein is very less. So automatically child's body is not getting enough protein, and thus he will be getting the disease called as what? Yes, kwashiorkor. So here what are the symptoms? Let us see that this kwashiorkor, underweight the child. I already told you, in between the age of 5 years itself the child will be suffering from kwashiorkor. And this kwashiorkor child, weight according to his age. Then again his belly will be protruding out. What is meant by belly? A stomach. So not proportionate to his body, he will have a big stomach or big belly. It will be, that belly will be protruding out, and skin getting dark. Skin's color will be losing, and you can see that the color of the skin become very dark, and it will become just scaly. Scaly skin means just like the scales of the say, or a fish, or a, you can say the snake, how the scales are formed, you know, like that. You can see that skin become what? It will become dark and as well as scaly. Then stunt growth, that is another thing, that the growth will not be proper according to the age. Growth will not be there, and repeated diarrhea. Diarrhea means vomiting and loose motion together. So repeatedly the child will be getting this diarrhea, and the liver will be enlarged. The child's liver will be enlarged, and he or she will be anemic. What is meant that anemic means? That proper blood will not be there in the body, so the face as well as eyes and all become very pale. That condition is called as anemic. And then you can see that odemia. What is meant by odemia? Swelling in the leg and face. In the feet also swelling will be there, as well as in the face also swelling will be there. So these are the symptoms of what? Kwashiorkor. Once more I will tell, afterwards you have to tell. Okay, first one is underweight. That proper weight will not be there as per the age. Second one is a protruding belly. The stomach will be protruding out, and then stunt growth. Proper growth will not be there. Then loss of appetite, hunger feeling will not be there. Then you can say that diarrhea will be there. Then enlarged liver and anemia. Next one is odemia, that is swelling of the feet and face. That condition is called as what? Odemia. Swelling of the feet and the face is called as odemia. Now let us see that what is the control or treatment for this kwashiorkor. You can see that a person who is, or the child who is suffering from kwashiorkor, we have to give a food rich in the what? Protein rich food we have to supply, and otherwise the child before the age of 5 years itself, what happens? The child will be dying. So the protein rich food, especially what are the food? Milk, then fish, gram, jaggery. Jaggery is very good. You can see that peanuts, etc. Usually you can see that those children going to Anganwadis, there they are supplying this food which is rich in carbohydrate as well as in protein. Milk powder they are providing, and grams, especially green grams, then peanuts, jaggery they are providing, dal they are providing. You can say that almost carbohydrate and protein content the child is getting. That's why from the Anganwadis they are providing these food items. Okay, so the same foods that one child who is suffering from kwashiorkor, you can say that the protein rich food we have to give, including the food like egg, milk, meat, grams, peanuts, soybean, jaggery, etc. we can provide. And suppose we are not treating properly the child before reaching 5 years, the child may die. Next disorder is what? Marasmus, nutritional marasmus. Usually this marasmus occurs at the child when the child is below 1 year of age, that is 0 to 1 year. That is the this age limit, whereas kwashiorkor 0 to 5 years. And here usually it affects the infants below the age of 1. And it is due to the not only deficiency of protein, it is due to the deficiency of carbohydrate, proteins and fats. You can say kwashiorkor due to the deficiency of what? Protein. Here it is this marasmus, it is due to the deficiency of what? Yes, carbohydrate, then fat as well as protein. And you can see here also the mother stop the breastfeeding in the early stage itself. You can see, and the child is provided with these food, the poor foods, which is absent carbohydrate, protein and fat is absent. Definitely the child will get what? Marasmus. So always remember the mother's milk. It is a very good food. Almost all nutrients are present: carbohydrate, fat, protein, everything what the child needs for the body. Mother's milk is rich in all these things. So in the younger age, the one should not stop breastfeeding the child. And what are the symptoms of this marasmus? Loss of body weight. You can say that body weight will be losing considerably in the case of marasmus in the child of 0 to 1 year old. Then degeneration resulting in very weak body, as in formed of muscles, skin and bones only, and the body you can see that loss of muscles, so that just like bones and skin only, like that very thin baby will be there due to the case of marasmus. Then skin become loosely folded, and in the case of skin you can see the children usually below 1 age and all, the skin is very soft, and you like to touch the skin and all of young babies. Whereas here you can see that the skin become very loosely folded in the case of marasmus. Then thin face and thinning of limbs. Face will become very thin, very small face, and limbs, legs and hands also become very thin, and retarded physical and mental growth. Not only physical body growth, apart from that mentally also the child there will be no growth. Then ribs appearing prominent. What is meant by ribs? Yes, the chest bone. Here you can see the pair of bones which is protecting the heart. That heart as well as lungs also is protected by the bones, bone case, that is called as ribs. And this while looking in the child itself you can clearly see the ribs. So you can see ribs appears prominent. These are the symptoms of what? Marasmus. Now, how can we control this marasmus? Of course, by giving a food which is rich in what? Carbohydrate, protein and fat. We have to provide the food which are rich in carbohydrate, fats and then these proteins. Now let us see what are the differences between kwashiorkor and marasmus. And kwashiorkor, as I told you already, it affects the children between the age of 1 to 5 years, and whereas marasmus 0 to 1 years, and it is due to the this one. Kwashiorkor is due to the deficiency of protein, whereas marasmus it is due to the deficiency of carbohydrate, fat and protein. Then in the case of kwashiorkor, you can see oedemia, as you already told you, swelling of the feet as well as face will occur, whereas in the case of marasmus there is no oedemia. And the skin of the patient becomes dark and scaly in the case of kwashiorkor, whereas in the case of marasmus, no darkening of the skin. And last you can see in the case of kwashiorkor, no degeneration of the muscles, whereas in the case of marasmus, there is degeneration of muscles. So this is a summary of the differences between kwashiorkor and marasmus. And salt you are using in your home. Almost all food items you will add little salt. Okay. What is the main elements present in that one? Yes, sodium and chlorine. So it's a combination of sodium and chlorine. We call its chemical name is sodium chloride. So it's a very essential element which is needed by our body. Again, from other minerals from the various types of foods our body is getting. about calcium and phosphorus. Calcium, that is Ca, phosphorus P. And this calcium and phosphorus both together we can say that it is very essential for the proper strengthening of our bones as well as teeth. So the main thing to of the function of this calcium and phosphorus is to give strength to these parts, to bones as well as to teeth. And again you can see that calcium not only giving strength to these bones and teeth, in addition to that it is very important for the clotting of blood also. Then like that, phosphorus we can see that in addition of giving strength to bones and teeth, it gives energy also. So understood? Calcium function strengthening bones, teeth and clotting of blood. Here phosphorus function strengthening of teeth, bones and providing energy. Now let us see which are the food items rich in this calcium and phosphorus. Yes, in milk plenty of all these things are present. That's why milk is called a complete food, because most of the elements needed by our body is getting by milk. So milk, meat, egg, fish, pulses, vegetables, and all these things what is present? Yes, calcium as well as phosphorus is present. So next one is iron. Its symbol is Fe. Iron symbol is Fe, and this iron main function is the formation of hemoglobin. Where this hemoglobin is present? Yes, it is in the blood of a person. Hemoglobin is present. What gives red color to the blood? Yes, that is hemoglobin. And if this hemoglobin is less in the blood, it leads to a condition which is called as anemia. I already told you, anemic means the person, the blood, especially in the blood, hemoglobin becomes very less. His face as well as the eyes become very pale. You can see when you go to a doctor, they will examine, they will just test the eyes and they were looking. Sometimes the doctors tell that this person is very anemic, means lack of hemoglobin in the blood. So you can see this anemia is the condition got due to the deficiency of what? Iron. And in which are the food items this iron is present mostly? Green leafy vegetables and liver. Liver means animal liver. It may be goat liver or you can say any animal's liver. This iron content is more, so it is obviously it is not it is good to eat this liver as well as green leafy vegetables. Next mineral is iodine and the symbol is I. Iodine, and usually you can say that this iodine it is present in your kitchen salt. Iodine is when you are buying the packet of salt, just to check upon that it will be written iodized salt, means in the salt what is present? Iodine is present. So you can say that this proper functioning of the thyroid gland, this iodine is very very important. What is meant by thyroid gland, children? Yes, it's a gland, a small butterfly shaped gland present in the neck region. It is called as what? Thyroid gland. You will study about these glands in the later lessons. And this thyroid gland for the metabolism, proper metabolism of our body, this thyroid gland, it will produce a hormone which is called as thyroxine. It is very very important for our body. Less hormone is also produced by this thyroid gland as well as more hormone is produced. So the condition hypothyroidism means if the thyroid gland produce less thyroxine, and hyperthyroidism is another condition if the thyroid gland is producing more thyroxine. This both condition also we have to take treatment. So here you can see that this proper functioning of this thyroid gland which is present in your neck region, what is needed? Yes, iodine is needed. Apart from the table salt, some other food which are rich in this iodine is some vegetables, minerals as well as water. Again, due to the deficiency of this iodine, mainly we will get a condition that is called as goiter. What is meant by goiter? Yes, here some person's neck you can see here it is swollen, not in a small way, a big swollen neck you can see, and that condition is called as goiter. And this how this condition is got? Yes, due to the deficiency of iodine in the foods, our thyroid gland properly will not work, and one of the conditions, there are many conditions in that, one of the condition it is called as what? Goiter. So understood? Due to the deficiency of iodine, what happens? And the food which is, you can say, vegetables, mineral salts and water. Next one is potassium and sodium. Potassium, what is the symbol? Yes, it is K, and sodium it is Na. So this potassium and sodium, and why it is needed? It is needed for the permeability of the cells. I told you the cell has a membrane in living animals. The cell membrane, what is the speciality of cell membrane? It is semi-permeable. What is meant by semi-permeable? It allows certain substance to in and out of the cell. So that condition is called as semi-permeable. Okay. So what happens if potassium and sodium are less, means this cell will lose its permeability. And for the proper permeability, what is needed? Sodium and potassium. And again for the proper functioning of the nerve cells. So it carry, what is the function of nerve cells? It carry impulses from our sense organs. You can see these messages are gone to the brain. In turn the messages our body is getting all through the nerve cells. Isn't it? Very quickly the nerve cells will act and we will get the messages and we are responding to the stimulus. Yes. Okay. So for this proper functioning of the nerve cell also, this potassium as well as sodium is needed. So when we are consuming a diet, always make sure that we are eating the foods that should be containing all these 6 nutrients. Especially now it is the corona season. You can see always doctors will advise you to eat a balanced diet. A diet which contains all these nutrients. So one nutrient more eating means your body will not get all these things properly. For the proper functioning of the body, all these things are needed. So maximum you have to include all these. So the importance you understood in the chapter nutrition, you are studying about the 6 nutrients. Each one is important in one or other way to your body to keep your body healthy and to prevent from diseases. Then only your immune system will be working properly. Okay, so I have told here about a few elements, that is calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, potassium and sodium. Still more elements are there, and these mineral or these salts which we can categorize into 2 groups. One is called as macronutrient and the other one is called as micronutrient. magnesium and sulfur. So these are the elements called as macronutrients, and these elements are needed to our body in large quantities. And now in what are the food? Calcium, already I told you what are the food items it is present. You can see that dairy food means milk and its associated products, milk, ghee, then curd, all these things it is present in beans as well as in cabbage also it is present. Then what are the deficiency disease it is getting? Suppose the calcium is not in your body. Already while taking calcium I told you that the bone is very weak and strength will not be there for the bone as well as for the teeth. Apart from that, a ricket, a disease which is called as a ricket. What is meant by ricket is in children, usually you can see your leg is straight. So those who are having ricket, their legs are bow. It is bent like this. So bow legs or ricket you can see in the case of the deficiency of calcium. Next one is sodium, and main thing already I told you, so your table salt or kitchen salt, that is nothing but sodium chloride. So when you are consuming this salt like that, we are not consuming. In the when we are cooking, we are adding little amount of this salt to most of the food items. Yes. So from these salts, we can see that from the table salt, our body is getting proper amount of sodium. And suppose sodium is less in your body, you will get muscle cramps. It means the muscles pain, severe pain will be in the muscles of your body, and nerve impulses will not be proper. So I already told you that the nerves or the neurons will not work properly, that impulses or the stimulus as well as the response you cannot do properly. Next one is potassium, and banana is a very rich in this potassium. Banana, even potato, and citrus fruits. What is meant by citrus fruit? All the fruits which is lemon, lemon, orange, musambi, all these types of fruits, you can see that plenty of phosphorus is present. Here also, due to the absence of phosphorus in the body, correct nerve impulses will not be in proper way. Next, phosphorus, and which are the food item it is present? Dairy products means milk, curd, cheese, butter. In all these products proper phosphorus is present. Then beans, nuts, meat, egg, in all these things also what is present? Phosphorus is present. Suppose phosphorus is very less in your body, your bones will become very soft and spongy. Even teeth also, you can see that proper teeth formation also will not be there. Next element, that is another one macro element, that is magnesium. Its symbol is Mg. So calcium, potassium, phosphorus. Next one is magnesium. You can say that this magnesium usually present in almost all vegetables and all cereals, grains with its that brown covering. This magnesium is present, and you can say due to the increased irritability of nervous system, magnesium, proper magnesium is not there, or total nervous system irritability. Next one is chlorine. Cl is the symbol, and due to the lack of chlorine, you can see what are the food items. Mainly you can see in the table salt, as I told you, sodium chloride. Chlorine is present in table salt, and due to the lack of chlorine, muscle cramps or pain in the muscle will be takes place. So these are the important macronutrients present in the food, that is calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium and chlorine. These are the macronutrients which is needed by our body in large quantities. Next time is what? Micronutrients. Micronutrients, from the name itself you know, it is needed in small quantity. So what are the micronutrients? First one is iron. So iron symbol Fe. So these iron, which are the food items present, all cereals means wheat, ragi, etc. And fish, nuts, all the nuts. Then egg yolk means yellow color. If you boil an egg, inside that yellow color is mass is the, that is called as the yolk of the egg. And liver, kidney, etc. This iron is plenty present, and due to the lack of this iron, a condition we will get, that is anemia. In anemia, what happens? Less hemoglobin is present in the blood. That condition is called as anemia. Next one is cobalt. Next micro element is what? Cobalt. And this cobalt you can see usually in milk. See, almost all macro as well as micronutrient, when I am telling, milk is coming as one of the product, one of the this food item. So we can say that milk is a complete food. So here also this cobalt is present in milk, cereals, pulses, liver, red meat. What is meant by red meat? Lean meat already you have seen. Okay, red meat means, yes, the meat of mutton, beef, pork, etc. We can say that we are calling it as red meat. So in the red meat, then in nuts, then in legumes, leguminous plant, a group of plant where in the root nodules, the rhizobium bacteria lives, which can trap the atmosphere, free atmospheric nitrogen, and convert it into nitrates in the soil. Okay, so these group of plants, especially beans, peas, etc., these are called as what? Legumes. So this cobalt, what is the function? Then pernicious anemia, that is also same as anemic condition. Next one is copper. Cu is the symbol. Copper, Cu is the symbol, and here is the nuts, legumes, all these things it is present, and then loss of body weight, and again anemia are the symptoms. And next one is iodine. I is the symbol. Already when we are talking about mineral salts, the iodine came, which is a micronutrient. And for this iodized salt, I told you that if you are looking at the packet of the salt itself, you can, there itself, iodized salt. If the salt while buying it is not written, it is better don't buy that salt which is not iodized. If iodized salt it is written, then only you can purchase that one. That salt only is good. Okay, and in water as well as in seafood also. What is meant by seafood? Especially fish, which we not from the river, from the sea we are getting the fish items or crab or what the food item you are using from the sea. That is called as what? Seafoods. And as the sea you can see that they are using the water which is rich in salt. This iodine will be there. So, and due to the lack of iodine, you can see that usually what will happen? You will get that goiter condition, and retarded growth also will be there. And again, cretinism in children, that is poor mental growth. That is the condition called as cretinism. That is poor mental growth. Next one is manganese. That is Mn. Mn is manganese, and in which are the usually present in vegetables. Manganese is present in vegetables. And poor bone development. That is if manganese is less in the diet, the bones will be very poorly developed. Next one is fluorine. That is Fl. Fl is fluorine. And which are the food items containing fluorine? Water as well as milk also fluorine is present. And if fluorine is less in the body, totally dental decay, teeth decay will takes place. Next one is molybdenum, and that one pulses, cereals and meat it is present, and again due to the lack of molybdenum you can say that sight problem will occur and retardation of the growth, proper growth will not be there. So that's all about what micronutrient. These are the elements which are needed in small quantities, and so these are called as what? Yes, micronutrients. So